Imagine watching your son-in-law mock your career at a family party, calling you a glorified paper pusher in front of everyone. 3 weeks later, his resume lands on your desk. He's applying for a senior position at the company you've run for 15 years, and he has no idea you're the CEO. Before we continue, please subscribe to Twisted Vengeance and write in the comments what city you're watching from. The September evening air carried the smell of barbecue through my daughter's backyard in Burlington. I'd driven from my office in Oakville, still wearing my work clothes. Khakis, button-down shirt, no tie. Simple. Comfortable. Nothing that screamed executive. My daughter Sarah had invited me to their housewarming. New place, 3 bedrooms, leveraged to the limit based on what I knew about real estate prices in the area. Her husband Derek greeted guests at the door, loud, confident, wearing a designer polo that probably cost more than my entire outfit. "Frank, you made it." He shook my hand too hard. Come in. Beer's in the cooler." Inside, the house smelled like fresh paint and new carpet. Furniture that matched perfectly, probably bought as a set. Everything coordinated. Everything expensive. Sarah hugged me. "Dad, thanks for coming. I know you hate these things." I wanted to see the house. Derek's so proud of it, we both are. Derek had gathered a small crowd in the living room. His voice carried. "So yeah, we locked in at 4.2%. Had to move fast. Real estate waits for no one." I took a beer, stood near the kitchen, observed. "Frank," Derek's voice cut through conversation. "Come here. Tell everyone what you do." I walked over. 5 people watched expectantly. "I work in logistics management." "Logistics?" Derek said it like a punchline. "My father-in-law pushes paper at some supply chain company. Been there, 20 years?" 15. 15 years, same job. Meanwhile, I'm in tech sales, closing 6-figure deals monthly. He turned to the group. Different worlds, right? Some people are satisfied with steady. Some of us want more. Someone laughed politely. Sarah looked uncomfortable. "The supply chain industry," one guest said. "That must be stable at least." "Stable means stuck," Derek interrupted. "No offense, Frank, but you're basically a glorified paper pusher, moving boxes on spreadsheets. I'm out there actually driving revenue, building relationships, making things happen." I sipped my beer, said nothing. "Dad's good at what he does," Sarah offered quietly. "I'm sure he is, but let's be honest, it's not exactly high-level thinking. Following processes, checking boxes. Important work, sure, but not exactly strategic." The conversation moved on. I stayed another 40 minutes, made small talk, left quietly. The drive back to Oakville took 19 minutes. My house, a modest bungalow, sat on a quiet street. 3 bedrooms, paid off 12 years ago. No mortgage, no impressive facade. Inside, I sat at my desk, opened my laptop, pulled up the company organizational chart. Hamilton Logistics Solutions, founded 2009. CEO, Frank Morrison. Revenue last year, $127 million. Employees, 340 across 6 provinces. Contracts with 11 major retailers, 3 manufacturing conglomerates, 2 pharmaceutical companies. I'd built it from nothing, started with 1 truck, 1 contract, 1 employee, me, grew it systematically, reinvested profits, hired carefully, expanded strategically. The company operated quietly, no flashy marketing, no press releases. Business-to-business operations rarely made headlines. Our clients knew us. That was sufficient. I'd kept my position private from family. After my wife died 6 years ago, I'd become more withdrawn. Attended family events but didn't discuss work details. Sarah knew I ran a logistics company. She didn't know the scale. Derek certainly didn't know. I closed the laptop, went to bed. 3 weeks later, Monday morning, October 14th. I arrived at the office at 7:30. Coffee, review weekend emails, prepare for executive meeting at 9. My assistant Jennifer knocked at 8:15. "Morning, Frank. HR forwarded a resume for the regional sales director position. Thought you'd want to see it." She handed me the folder. Derek Patterson, 7 years in tech sales. Current employer, Cloud Tech Solutions. Reason for leaving, seeking new challenges and growth opportunities. I read it twice. His qualifications were adequate, experience relevant. References would need verification. Cover letter emphasized his relationship-building skills, revenue generation, strategic thinking. The same phrases he'd used to diminish my work 3 weeks ago. Schedule him for an interview, I said. Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Jennifer paused. You're interviewing him personally? Yes. That's unusual for you. I'll make an exception. She left. I read his resume again. Employment history checked out. Numbers he claimed were verifiable. He was a decent salesman. Not exceptional, but competent. The regional sales director position was legitimate. We'd been searching for 6 weeks. Salary range, $120,000 to $140,000 plus commission. Significant step up from his current role. Thursday arrived. I dressed normally, no suit. Button-down shirt, slacks, same outfit I wore most days. Nothing intimidating. At 1:55, Jennifer called. Derek Patterson is here. Give me 5 minutes, then send him in. I arranged papers on my desk. Performance metrics, regional data, growth projections, real work, not theater. At 2 hours, my door opened. Derek walked in, hand extended, confident smile. Then he saw me. The smile froze. Frank? Mr. Patterson, please sit down. He stood motionless. I don't understand. What are you doing here? I work here. You're interviewing for regional sales director. I'm conducting the interview. What's your position? CEO founder. I've run Hamilton Logistics Solutions since 2009. His face drained of color. He sat slowly. I opened his resume. 7 years at Cloud Tech Solutions. Impressive numbers. $4.2 million in sales last year. Is that accurate? Yes, Frank, I had no idea. The question is about your sales numbers. Are they accurate? Yes, they're accurate. Good. Our regional sales director would manage accounts worth approximately $30 million annually. Substantially larger scope than your current portfolio. Why do you think you're qualified? He struggled to find words. My experience in relationship building, strategic account management, those are important. Tell me about your approach to supply chain logistics, since that's our industry. Supply chain it's complex, moving goods efficiently. Specifically? I'd need to learn the specifics of your operations. So you're applying to direct sales for an industry you don't understand? Every company has a learning curve. I set down his resume. 3 weeks ago, at your house, you described my work as pushing paper and not exactly high-level thinking. You said logistics was just following processes, checking boxes. His mouth opened. Nothing came out. Now you're sitting in my office, asking me to hire you to sell those exact services to high-value clients. I'm trying to understand the disconnect. Frank, I'm sorry, I didn't know. That was inappropriate. The apology is noted, but I'm more interested in your actual understanding of what we do. Explain the strategic complexity of logistics management. He stammered through a generic answer. Distribution networks, efficiency, cost savings, surface-level understanding. Nothing that demonstrated real comprehension. I let him finish. Your references list your current manager, 2 clients, and a colleague. I'll be contacting them. Is there anything you'd like to clarify about your experience before I do? No, everything's accurate. The regional sales director reports directly to me. Weekly meetings, strategic planning sessions, high visibility role. You'd be comfortable with that reporting structure? His discomfort was visible, of course. Given our family connection, there might be concerns about nepotism or favoritism. How would you address that perception with other employees? I'd prove myself through results. Demonstrate that I earned the position. Did you mention our family connection in your application? No. Why not? I wanted to be evaluated on my merits. Or you wanted to avoid the complication of me seeing your application before you could spin the narrative. His jaw tightened. That's not fair. Fair would have been professional respect at your housewarming party. Instead, you humiliated me in front of guests to inflate your own importance. I apologized. You apologize for not knowing my position, not for the fundamental disrespect. I closed his resume. Mr. Patterson, I'll be honest with you. Your sales numbers are adequate. Your experience is relevant. Under different circumstances, you'd be a viable candidate. Hope flickered in his eyes. However, I continued, this position requires someone who understands that every role in a company has strategic value. Someone who respects operations, logistics, and the people who make businesses function. Your comments 3 weeks ago demonstrated the opposite mindset. People make mistakes, say things they don't mean. Do you actually respect what we do here? Or do you see it as a stepping stone to something you consider more impressive? He hesitated too long. That hesitation answers my question. I stood, extended my hand. Thank you for your time, Mr. Patterson. We'll be in touch if we have additional questions. He remained seated. You're not going to hire me because of one stupid comment at a party. I'm not hiring you because you lack the fundamental respect necessary for this role. The party just made that clear. Sarah will be devastated. Sarah will understand that business decisions require professionalism, something you demonstrated a shortage of. He stood abruptly. This is personal. It's entirely professional. You're unqualified based on attitude, not aptitude. Your technical skills are fine. Your character is questionable. He walked to the door, stopped. You could have told me at the party, saved me the humiliation. I could have, but then you wouldn't have learned anything. Now you know that the glorified paper pusher you mocked runs a $127 million company. Maybe that lesson has value. He left without responding. Jennifer appeared 5 minutes later. How did it go? Send him a standard rejection email. Resume doesn't match our requirements. Want me to continue searching for candidates? Yes. Someone who understands that respect flows in all directions, not just upward. That evening, Sarah called. Dad, Derek told me what happened. I'm sure he did. You humiliated him. I interviewed him fairly. He was unqualified. Because of what he said at the party. Because his attitude toward the work, toward the industry, toward people in operations roles is fundamentally incompatible with our company culture.
He didn't know you were the CEO.
Which is exactly why his comments were revealing. He showed me who he really is when he thought there were no consequences. I believe him. This is going to cause problems. Only if Derek chooses to make it a problem. I evaluated him professionally. He failed professionally. She was quiet. Then, did you enjoy it? Watching him squirm? I considered the question honestly. No, I felt disappointed. I'd hoped the man you married had more depth. That's cruel, Dad. It's honest, Sarah. He diminished my life's work to make himself look bigger. That's not confidence. It's insecurity masked as superiority. People say stupid things at parties. And people face consequences for those things. This is his. She hung up. 2 weeks later, I hired Patricia Chen for the regional sales director position. 12 years of logistics experience. Deep industry knowledge. References that praised her collaborative approach and respect for operations teams. She started the following Monday. Within 3 months, she'd increased regional accounts by 18%. Derek found employment at a smaller tech firm. Lower salary. No family connections to help him. Sarah and I have dinner monthly. We don't discuss Derek's job search. We don't discuss the interview. Some topics remain closed. But she started asking about my work. Real questions. What we do, how we do it, why it matters. She visited the warehouse last month. Met employees. Saw the operation. I never knew it was this complex, she said. Most people don't, until they look closely. Derek was wrong, what he said at the party. Yes. You could have just told him. I did, in the interview. Some lessons require full context. She nodded, didn't disagree. Justice isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's simply letting someone's own words define their opportunities. Derek thought he was superior. I gave him the chance to prove it. He couldn't. That's not revenge. That's evaluation. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video, subscribe to Twisted Vengeance, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what city you're watching from. To listen to the next story, click the video on the left. Thank you for watching.